Welcome to your Actives Tweets of the Week. This week, Theresa May is thrashed by her peers, Mayor's murder brings Gdansk to tears, and the Euro celebrates some 20 years. This week, we are supported by the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. More about them at the end. On Tuesday, Theresa May suffered a humiliating rejection of her Brexit deal by MPs in the so-called meaningful vote in the House of Commons. Kemp feels that 2 years reporting on all those crucial Brussels negotiations may have been wasted time. Jon Worth can't get his head around it, asking how can she carry on? Well, Jon, watch this space because she survived the vote of no confidence on Wednesday comfortably. Yeah, makes no sense to me either. We still have time to negotiate, said Angela Merkel, continuing her campaign to be named Most Unflappable Person in Europe for the 11th year in a row, reported Damon Wake. But with a no-deal looming ever larger, many people's thoughts have turned to food. James Felton doesn't want to alarm anyone, but the people responsible for getting food if there's no deal are already guarding donuts with a machine gun. Judith Evans at the FT says a sad but entertaining sideshow of the Brexit debacle is watching the various business groups try to come up with new language to describe how utterly furious they are. A prize to the first one that gives in and just starts swearing. And in response to the Greens in the European Parliament saying the time for games is over, spoof account Martini Seltzemeyer asked what game they've been playing because it sure as fuck isn't diplomacy. Quite. In other sad news, Paweł Adamowicz, mayor of Gdansk, died after he was stabbed on stage at a charity concert in front of thousands of people on Sunday. Many people took to the streets and to Twitter to mourn his passing. Michael Schneider, president of EPP in the Committee of the Regions, said he was a true defender of EU values and democracy, and Council President Donald Tusk described Adamowicz as a man of solidarity and freedom, a European and a friend. Finally, this week, the Euro celebrated its 20th birthday. Committee of the Regions President, Karl-Heinz Lamberts, said it was a symbol of unity, cooperation, stability and strength. But more importantly, it's nice not to have 4 currencies in your pocket. Gareth Harding was less convinced. Since the Euro, the EU has been ripped apart by divisions, voters have revolted against the loss of sovereignty, and Europe has had the worst economic crisis in its history. Some unity. Martini Seltzemeyer was more prosaic. Currencies do not celebrate birthdays, he said. Well, tell that to the MEPs blowing their own trumpets and belting out the ode to joy. Yeah, the Euro is definitely not a cult, said the FT's Marine Khan. Definitely not. Probably not. Maybe. And in final further evidence of currency celebration, Oliver Moody, the Times Berlin correspondent, shared this image of a new memorial coin celebrating 70 years of currywurst. Thanks for that, Oliver. Now that image is seared on my brain. This week, we are supported by the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. Don't forget to register for their event about the impact of digital and artificial intelligence on audit and finance professionals, or follow online using the hashtag digitalimpact_audit. That's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss us every Friday.